Hey guys, Sandy here, and welcome back to our Fun with Distress Oxide series. Now today I'm going to be using 3 Distress Oxides. I'm going to be using worn lipstick, fossilized amber, and I'm also pulling in broken china. I'm going to do something kind of like an ink smushing technique, but instead of smushing directly onto my paper, I'm going to smush onto this plastic. Let's see what I can do. Alright, so I'm taking those 3 colors and I'm just kind of smushing the ink right on top of the plastic, and I'm making sure that I'm adding just a little teeny tiny bit of the other colors over where the other color is. That made no sense. So if you're watching me and listening to me, it makes sense. But I didn't want just a big blob of blue, so I added a little bit of yellow, and next to the yellow I added a little pink. Just wanted to mix it up. So I'm taking my Distress sprayer. I'm going to go ahead and spray that entire plastic piece right here. And at first I was going to flip the plastic over onto the page, and then I decided, nope, be smart here, Sandy. So I put the paper on top of the plastic, and then now we're cooking with gas, people. So I added a little bit more water just because I felt like there wasn't enough, and I'm gonna turn that plastic so that I can get the colors rotated throughout the page. Now, I used my fingernails, and you're going to be able to see that where I use my fingernails. See those dark lines? Yeah, that's because I fingernailed it. So if I just would have used the pads of my fingers and not used those fingernails, then I would have had a much smoother smoosh. But I'm okay with it. Like, it hasn't ruined the page for me or anything. Now, during this layout, I left my camera rolling, and I kind of filled up the storage and didn't realize it until the layout was practically completed. So I'm sorry about that. You'll see most of the layout here. I did gut this paper because I love this stripe. At first, I was going to use this solid red cardstock, and nothing special, just a solid, smooth red cardstock. However, I did not realize it, but this paper is not straight. My Vicky Bouton mixed media paper is not straight, and I had one heck of a time getting that sucker to lay straight and lay flat with like an even edge all the way around. It doesn't happen. So I'm going to mess with this for a little bit, and then I'm going to get frustrated, and I'm going to take that red paper off. Then I'm going to trim it and trim the white paper down again, and then it's still crooked. So at that point, I rip the solid red paper off, and I'm like, you know what? Even if it's a little crooked when I'm finished with this, I need something to distract the eye, so I grab some red glitter cardstock. And as you can see, like, it's not even close to being even. I mean, look at that. It's ridiculously crooked. Like, ridiculously crooked. Now I'm using my grid mat to just kind of figure out what is going on here. And I'm so upset because I just am. I'm like, what in the world's going on? Like, I'm covering up so much. Look at that. Look at that ridiculousness. And at first I was like, I'm just going to go for it. And then I was like, no. I can't go for it. I have got to have this, like, look decent. I'm so worried about the lines on the outside. Like, I want it to look good. So this is where I realized, nope, I turned off, or no, I just cut it out. And then you can see there's glitter cardstock under that distressed oxided paper instead of that solid white. So here's a navy and white striped paper. I made sure I'd had the navy at the bottom of the photo just to ground it a little bit more. If I would have had that white stripe at the bottom, I don't feel like the photo would have been grounded on the page, and I didn't want to have to create a huge shelf. I end up doing something completely different than what I thought I was going to do. I was thinking I was going to put some sort of fun swirly die back here, maybe a little die cut, or cut something out of my Cricut. but I decided to just grab a couple 6x6 papers and layer them up and just make the magic happen with the 6x6 papers. This isn't something I do all the time. I have done on it a couple layouts recently, but honestly, it's a great way to use up 6x6 papers, and like I still have plenty of that distress background showing through. Not a whole lot of the pink. I mostly covered up the pink, but honestly, I'm okay with that. So now I'm just trying to figure out where I want my little photo to live. And there it is. So this is a trash can. It is a Walt Disney World trash can. It is Fountain Epcot at the Land. The ride is Soarin'. If you have ever ridden on Soarin', oh my goodness, then you should recognize this little trash can here. Now I pulled out some old basic gray in Prism, and I thought that this color right here was great. Like I just really thought that the colors worked perfect with the papers I had pulled, but they also look so much like It's a Small World. And I was like, no, just use it. However, there's another little flower over there that really looks like It's a Small World too, and I decided, nope, that's going back on the page, and I'm just going to use this bad boy right here. Now, pretty soon my video is going to cut out because my storage ran out, and like I said, I had no idea. I wasn't being conscious at all of my videoing and pausing it when I was away. I just went for it. So these are some crate paper. Can't remember the collection. I just have to move over the photo a little bit. I'm going to title this Here We Go. And then I add a few little things, and I also add some Brutus Monroe surface inks and some Studio Calico Color Theory inks to this page after I finish it up. Just because I felt like my Distress Oxide background was pretty subtle compared to what I had going on up the front. Also added a couple little enamel dots, and as you can see, a little label sticker there. Threw an airplane down on top of that chipboard, and there it is. Make sure you check out everybody else's links below. Thanks for watching, guys.